me just check that's running. Second kick, is our stream running? We will see in the next few seconds. Yep, that's running. Let's check YouTube. Yep. Is lower than the recommended bitrate. Recommend using a stream of 25,000 kilobytes. Okay, so that's something to take note on later. Because literally we are doing this as like a test. Oh yeah, at least that's fine. So I think everything's good. Good. Could get my phone. Because I've now got to do mine. Okay, there we go. So that's all that. So I'm only going to be on for about an hour and a half. Main reason being is because this is just a simple test stream. We're not going to be trying a lot of things, but it's something I'm learning. But I wanted to literally try and work on this because I wanted to live stream, but I also wanted to, like, I wanted to stream, and at the same time, wanted to work on this. So we are doing both. Kick, has it announced that to him on? No, it has not. Oh shit. Got to check with YouTube because I don't know how YouTube works. That way I can copy the URL. Try that one. There we go. There we go. So yeah, everything looks fine. Yes, as long as everything's working, we're good. We're good. We're good. But yeah, so quick explanation of what this is. I've been wanting to make this building for about 10 years. It's roughly based on Flynn's arcade, and I've been trying, because it's such a difficult building to make, because it's literally a corner, like it's on a corner street, in I think it's Atlantic City. So I've been trying to work out how to make this model. This is the second attempt in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, what we're using though is I'm now using something that I've recently learned, which is curves. Because curves, you can do cool things like this, and it keeps to it. Another thing that I have been starting to use as well is what's called linked objects. So a linked object means whatever I edit on here, it'll edit on that. But I can still use the modifiers, which is a cool little thing to use, because it thing. So yeah, it's something to learn, because then you can keep everything all contained and stuff like that. So for example, if I just delete that and remove that, and if I add the curve modifier and select that curve, there we go. There, auto smooth it. There's something it's not supposed to be doing, because that should snap on and there shouldn't be any. Yeah, that's all correct. But I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's not doing that. But the cool thing with this, like, when I use curves, it's always best to go here and change these settings so that they stick to the stretch, they stick to the bounds. Because if you don't bound it, it just goes completely mental. And, you know, stretch doesn't get it exactly to the point. So it does take some time. I'm trying to think, 'cause this is the original building. This is like 2 floors, but this is meant to be a it's meant to be a nightclub, and then it's supposed to be like an apartment complex on top. So there's that. There's also going to be like alleyways and stuff, so it's again working at those alleyways. So yeah, there's a lot to work out. Let's skip that. Chicken, is the YouTube tech working? Go to live chat. I've hit the chat and change this. So I'm just altering things, trying to get my thing to be right. Fine. That's fine. So yeah, there's a lot to work out. I think, is that linked? Don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. That's okay. Because the reason I don't want it linked is because this is the entrance area. These will be the walls. and we're doing this like PS1 style, so we don't really need to have like much detail. So the way I'm going to make the windows is it's going to be like a 2D texture. So that's the way I'm going to be working on it. what I'm doing is I'm trying to find like a reference image so I can do for the windows, because that one side is meant to be windows, but also we need to have it so we can see in the building and out the building. So it's working out that, and also because if you saw here, it's just if I go like that, you can't really see the side because that's just one plane. So if I click that, I can see the other side, whereas this is out there, them two separate things. So I'm gonna have to build on that, but I'm trying to work out what's the best course of action, because we're meant to have like a window, so this sticks out and there's like a window here, but again I'm trying to make it so this all snaps perfectly. So the reason why we have it with these, sorry, let me turn that off so you can see quickly. So we have stuff like that, but it's getting there. Just making it. So I'm literally just trying to find a window that I like the look of, and I'm mainly thinking of a place called Port Merion. There's like an ice cream. There's an ice cream cafe. And I'm trying to see if that's got something similar to what I'm thinking of, but I don't think it is. I just want to check something. What is this? Why is this? It's meant to. Some of this is meant to show like who created most of this music. Apparently, we've got it now. There we go. And now, if we skip next. There you go. So we can see the artist. So yeah, I wanted to have it so we could see the artists because they're the one who made most of the music, and I got them from there's a website I pay to use called Invato Elements, and that's where we get most of our music. So, um, it allows us to like get different types of music. There has been some good ones. Like I've been listening to, and there's a game that I will be working on at some point. I'm not saying when because there's a lot going on behind the scenes with Xile ones, and there's things that I'm doing in my free time. And there's one game that I'm really looking forward to working on because it's gonna be a good game. I don't really want to talk about what I'm working on, like the game that I'm working on at the moment. Because me and Shadow, when we decided to form Exiled Ones, we mainly had made a decision of like, let's try not to promote our own projects, because this is a group thing. So, there is certain things that I can't talk about, certain things I don't want to talk about. But the one game I am working on at the moment, it's something I am doing for somebody else, and it is not the style that I would really go for. The game that I do want to work on when I get the chance to will be something like a proper first person shooter. It'll be like Doom, Devil May Cry, stuff like that mixed together with a vampire hunting aesthetic. So basically, Redfall that doesn't suck. So yeah, but the idea, I could talk about Redfall all day, and the thing with Redfall is they tried. It's simply this, right? It's because I wrote a lot of vampire fiction in my time as a kid, well, as a teenager. You know, when we had the Twilight craze, I wasn't really into the Twilight. I was into Twilight before it went big, and then when it went big, I got out of it. But the thing with Twilight was it just was boring. Whereas I started to explore different different novels and stories. I've got a few of them here. So there's Queen of the Damned. I've got Vampire Stats there. Got the Joe Pitt novels. I've got Dracula somewhere. So I read a lot of vampire fiction and watched a lot of vampire shows. You know, Blood Ties, True Blood, Moonlight, Forever Night, and yes, I did watch Vampire Diaries, which was cool. It was okay. It got a bit cheesy, but like I learned a lot from writing vampire fiction, and I learned that if you are gonna create anything that's vampire based, you need to make a decision. There's a simple decision you have to make, and you can't dabble between the two. You've got to pick one, and that is what avenue you're going to go down. Are you going to go for the paranormal side, or are you going to go for the scientific side? So that basically the way I can explain that is: are you going to do I Am Legend, or are you going to do Dracula? Because I Am Legend is more scientifically based. Dracula's more paranormal based. So you've got to work that out. And then once you've got that worked out, then you can go with work. Basically, it's the avenue set for you. So it's like, okay, then what style are you going to go for? Are you going to go for modern? Are you going to go for medieval? Are you going to go for, you know, futuristic, steampunk? Are you going to go, all these different avenues you can go down. And I learned a lot from this. I learned a lot from this Vampire the Masquerade. I learned a lot because you know you have to like learn about different vampires and different abilities and history and stuff like that. Wow, that's made my hand weird. It's just I don't know why it's doing that. So you have to like work out which avenue you're gonna go down and stuff like that. So my avenue is more gonna be paranormal based. There's a theory that I've got which spawned from a trailer. It was Origins, the Call of Duty Origins trailer, where we see the intro of them digging and them trying to find like them trying to find something, and something grabs one of them, and then next thing you know, you see like a crusader or a knight, and they've got like purple eyes, and then them just feeding, and then suddenly they've got rump. And I had this whole theory like who this could be. I was like, oh, this is where it came from. This is the this has got something to do with the fact. Because I don't really want to say because it spoils it, but it's sort of linked towards this story. So I was thinking about it, and then I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's the way it's gonna be. If they don't do this in the game, if it doesn't appear in the game, I'm gonna take this idea that I've got and I'm gonna save it. And then I've thought about it, and the next game will sort of follow that idea. I think, and I've even checked with like AI just to see if it's been done before, and by the look of it, the AI says couldn't find anything. So could be an interesting story. Interesting reveal for where vampires came from in my story. Very, very, very cool. But this has got nothing to do with this model. Got nothing to do with it. This model is going to be. It's just something I wanted to see if I could get right, and it's sort of allowing me to experiment and create different things that we just haven't created. I haven't created before. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Be honest. Oh, one thing I want to do. Can I just? I want to just expand this further. So yeah, if you're ever gonna try and make a vampire game, you got to do it that way. The reason why I don't like Forever Night, not Forever Night. What the? The reason why I don't like Redfall is because it just it's the styling. I don't like the fact that it's too cartoony. I think I as a game style, I am sick to death of Fortnite. I am sick to death for seeing a game that looks like Fortnite. I'm sick to death of people saying, "Oh, it's not vibrant enough," or So there's this guy on YouTube I was watching, and he was talking about. He was reviewing some of the Call of Duty weapons, and he's like, "I don't like this because it's not got enough color on it." It's a gun. You're not meant to have color on it. It's metal. Most of the reason why people put paint on it is to cover up it, to hide it. You don't have camo just suddenly say, like, I'm gonna have it like this, I'm gonna have it like that. It's just silly. I miss games where you had that color palette, where they chose a color palette and they stuck to that color palette. So like Dead Redemption 1, how that was like a washed out palette. Same with the Call of Duty games, like when World at War had that washed out palette. And that added a bit of atmosphere to it as well. Their stuff added a bit of like dread and fear because it was not a happy time. It wasn't that badass moment. These were like horrible moments. And you've got to have that in like a World War game. And that's why I liked World at War. Sorry about that. Was because it was just that music just terrifies me. And we, like as Call of Duty maps, we need Verrucht. We need a new Verrucht. That's what we need. We need a good map. There's a guy or girl or whatever who's been making the old maps and added that atmosphere to them. I recently played the Verrucht one and it was good. Didn't add any new gameplay mechanics. Good. And it added the atmosphere, and it added the sounds, and it got it everything correct. Yeah, there's a lot of things to learn with Call of Duty. It's one of the reasons why I've sort of distanced myself from Call of Duty because, like, obviously everyone at the moment is playing. Who's probably still around, is playing season 4. And I looked at season 4 and I was like, is this it? Is all we're gonna get? I mean, for one, we don't have a good enough story. I'll work this out. Wow. Sometimes it's a pain to get these right. Right, I can get around this. Let's do this. Sometimes things don't work the way they're planned to be. But let's change this to the 3D cursor. And then why is it not? No matter which way I put the thing, it doesn't want to flip it. Let's try this. If I move this in there. So yeah, like with Call of Duty, I just like by this point we had there was ramping up the content. The styling was there. There was enough really interesting story. You know, we started having the drip feed of well, an idea where we were going. We had the teases of Black Ops Cold War starting to appear. I think it's roughly now that we started to get porn takes porn. And if you're ever gonna like promote a game, porn takes porn is the way you do it. I love the fact that people had to go and buy Black Ops 4 to find clues for the future. I like the fact that there was things around the map that was been sitting there and people have been wondering what they were there for. To then suddenly see them, suddenly see the vaults opening, watching stuff on the website. That was cool, watching the website and then suddenly see the coordinates appear, then just diving in to Warzone to try and find those locations, find those bunkers, then typing in the code and then finding all these different secrets and stuff like that. I loved that. I love the fact that there was that story where we suddenly had, you could find those different puzzles we had to solve to, unlock certain content. And if we did it correctly, it was like oh, because you've done this, we're gonna add an extra week to the beta, and that was cool. I thought that was such an interesting mechanic. So it was. It adds something, it builds, it gives you more to do, and it builds up that, excitement. And then, obviously, there was that know your history thing that started happening. You had stuff like that. There was all these different things that were happening in the distance. You could hear, wolves coming. People kept thinking there was, a submarine hidden under the thing. And they didn't explain it, but you had, the intel and stuff like that. And people just were going ballistic because it was what does this all mean? And then finally we find out what it means, and it was fun. And I swear, when I was it'll come to me a minute. Every now and then I have moments where I will go and find old streams that people are playing it, and I'll listen to it, and because that atmosphere and the music just added something. Having to run to stadium because there was a nuke about to go off, you had that was fun, and it was such a good game, the season content was good, They added new things that needed to be there. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that we had too many, melee weapons. There were certain weapons that they didn't add. I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't like Cold War as much, was because I didn't like the new operators. I thought they were boring. They did, and having Price in it, but as his current self, that was me. I would have got the younger version of him, when he was doing, when he was saving Farah at the very beginning, when he hasn't got, he's all clean shaved and stuff like that. So yeah, there was a lot of things that the game started to get wrong, and I honestly thought the next. I honestly thought the next game with what's his name? I honestly thought Modern Warfare 2 was going to be the one. And it's just, there's just a lot of things wrong with it. And I'm already talking about doing Modern Warfare 3 already, and I was when they announced it and said Sledgehammer's working on it, I was like, are you seriously doing this? It is doomed to fail, because you can get in the company that made Vanguard. They haven't even had a year off, and they're already working on the next game. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And I'm just, the other thing I talk about this season, the new Modern Warfare as well, is the fact that they keep adding these bundle like operators who aren't that good, and having like all these footballers and like different, you know, people like what's his name? You know, having YouTubers just doesn't work. I would have liked to have seen a Doctor Disrespect bundle. I would have liked to have seen that. Because at least he actually looks like military. But you know, what are you gonna do, man? I just think Call of Duty really has sort of like lost its edge, and it needs to do something to bring it back. And if it was me, bring in just do Black Ops 2 again. You know, of both old and new, have branching storylines, and you know, all these different gameplay mechanics, make it something different and unique. And then add zombie content, like the zombies. Like, I didn't realize that the map for zombies. I mean, if you did zombies now, like if you just made Black Ops 2 and you did Transit as an Outbreak map, it would be cool. It would be cool. We don't have that. We don't. Oh, I just had a message. Just checking a few things. Red Dead would been cool. I was just seeing if we had anything for like on Steam, because there's a game I'm really waiting on playing, and I really want the new update to come out. So yeah, there is with Call of Duty. There's just the reason why I'm leaving it with Shadow, because I think Shadow's still got that interest. Shadow still does, like, they'll send me different parts of the like weapon build and stuff like that, and I'm like, that's cool. But they ain't got any interesting weapons, you know. Um, where's the M9s? Where's the, you know, where's the AA-12s, um there's all sorts that they're missing out on. There is all sorts. You know, I mean, oh yeah, that's one. Where's the G36? I mean, I know they keep putting in AKs, and I think AKs have been done to death. And there hasn't been any like good, like skins for weapons and stuff like that. And we have like that vault. What happened to the Call of Duty vault? What happened to that? Because that was a cool idea. There's just all sorts they need to fix. There's all sorts. I'm surprised I haven't had the 1911. Oh, we've got a Tech 9. Great. So yeah, there's all sorts that Call of Duty could do that they could fix, but they won't. They won't. As far as I'm concerned, they've pretty much done their job. They've got the money out of here, and now they are gonna just move on. Move on to bigger and better things. It's why, like, if it was me and I you know, I had to start creating things for the Call of Duty stuff, I'd do a ghost pack. That's one of them. You know, have a ghost bundle. I'd start aiming at, like, obviously you got Ronin, but there was 2 other operators in real life who I think should be on there. There's the guy who I can only remember one of them. I can only remember their names, but the one of them is a literal hero, and he makes me proud to be British. He was on holiday. This insurgent happened, and he went in and basically took 8 of the terrorists out and saved a lot of hostages. There was a skin of him in the original Modern Warfare, the 2019, which was cool. So he should be an operator. Second one is Chris Kyle, because he was a true. He was a really good. I literally watched. I watched some documentaries about him. There was a TV show I watched, which I won't say what it is because it's now shrouded in controversy because of the owner of the shop. But Chris Kyle appeared in that, and he was good in that. He was really, supportive to people because obviously he was suffering from PTSD. He tried to save a lot of people. So I would have him as an operator. Sad how his life was brought to an end. It shouldn't have happened. So there's that, and then also there'll be a couple of bundles I'll be in. One, a John Wick bundle, because you just need one. If Payday can have it and Fortnite can have it, why can't Call of Duty? This is what I don't understand about Call of Duty. Fortnite's get all these different operator bundles, but Call of Duty can't do it. Activision makes more money than Fortnite. Oh. So I'd have that, and I'd do a Punisher bundle. And the Punisher bundle, you'd have. So I'm just trying to think. You'd have four skins. You'd have Ray Stevenson, Thomas Jane, John Berthel, and then the comic. Dolph Lundgren, I won't say should be one because literally that means you're gonna have a new knife skin, and I don't want that. So yeah, that would be some really cool bundle ideas. Yeah, That's what you could do, but they won't. They'd go and do something silly like get a footballer who can't even get one tap on the knees on the floor crying his heart out. You want a good I was gonna say something, but it's wait, someone's because I'm doing a live. Someone's emailed me. You okay? You can't provide him. I'm gonna have to go because this one just does seem to be. Hey, bro. Literally, I've just had someone email me because they think they may have reported my Steam account by accident. So I'm just literally checking everything because I'm going like, they better not have. That's what I'm thinking. So it's like. So now I'm just trying to work it all out. There's no way I can go. I'm just emailing Steam. Why don't you make a new pass? I don't. It's because it's all my if. Waypoint. Oh, with Steam. Yeah, I've said this. I'll send you on Discord. I'll send it to you as well, so you can see. This is the type of this is something that I've had just pop up. So I don't know whether it's real or fake. It's also hey everyone. So literally as the shit hits the fan, everyone comes in. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether this is real. I don't know whether it's fake. But I need to find out what the hell this is. I don't know whether it's fake or real. What I've done is automatically I've sent them an email anyway. I've emailed Steam and says, look, this is what they've just sent to me. I even took a photo of what they've sent me. So, and it's on the World of Darkness Discord. Because I've just checked the profile, and the profile seems to be the Discord profile was created like a year ago. So yeah, this is weird. This is very weird. I mean, just having a look, just trying to see, because it does look legit. Yeah, they've even put the time or date. Okay. I'm literally just going to ignore it, but I'm still keeping my Steam open. Let's work. Let's get this thing working, because I said I was going to be on until 10. But yeah, that's that. Literally, as I'm fucking working. In fact, I'm going to do is I'm quickly just add the conversation as well. So is everybody? What they've been doing? Because this model has been taught the piss to make. This is the third time that I've tried to make this. Because I've got a rough idea in my head of what I want to do with it and what the style that I want. But it's just getting it from pen to paper or head to, thing. And well, that's the best thing to do, right? Point, best thing. I still not have played any of season 4 of Modern Warfare 2. It literally looks, everything about it just looks bad to me. I just can't see the reason to install it. And after everything with, like, you know, Tatman and you know, stuff like that, I just think it's ridiculous. You know. I was, you know, the guy that you sent me, is that meant to be Engel, or is it? I know you said it's not Engel because it's that, but oh, you should try and get one to generate Jennifer. You know. Is she? I'm surprised there isn't any French characters in Zed. That's what I was originally thinking as well when I was creating Michelle. I was thinking, should I make her French? Literally, before the creation of her went through many different iterations. Like, I was thinking, should she be Chinese? Should she be French? You know, I'm still undecided on the last name. Like, the last name it's getting changed because I just think it's shit. That's why I'm doing the bio cards. When the bio cards come out, that basically tells you who the characters are from now on. So we've got Mr. D, we've got Aldrich, we've got Knight. It's just now. What's his name? We need Michelle, and then I may talk to Ben and see if he'll let me do any bio cards for Z characters, because I want to do some Z characters like that. Just don't take, you know, they're not canon. They're my iterations of those characters. Anyway. Like, how do they intertwine with the story? Because I've been enjoying making the bio cards. They're pretty cool to make. Yeah, I think he may let me, because there is things that can happen in the game that he has confirmed to me that, obviously, I mean, you was there, weren't we, when we were talking about it? So there were certain things that he said to me that, you know, I've changed, because he says it is my game. So I sort of have some creative leeway. I don't want to, like, change a lot. You know, that's why I'm not bringing certain characters back. Um, Especially because if we are going to get some voice actors to do it, I don't want them near me. Even though one thing I did find funny the other day, I'm gonna load up my social club on GTA, and I just want to show you something. Just want to show you something. It's gonna let me do it. Where's my crews? My crew. Play the game. Hierarchy. Commissioners. Alright. Look who is on. Yeah. So I was playing GTA and I went on there and I was like, oh, I forgot that, you know, PTG had called a GTA crew, and then you just find him right there. Got Richtofen's PA. The Dark Waypoint. Waypoint, is that you? There's Woody. To be honest, I've been having fun on GTA. I completely forgot how fun it is. I completely forgot. I mean, if you get it on Steam or on, yeah, because it works. If you get it on Steam or Rockstar, we can both play. And cause a lot of havoc. Because at the moment they've been building up to like a ghost mode. If you've got it on it, hold on. I think it Epic Crossplay GTA. Yeah, it does. If you've got it on Epic, it does work on all the platforms. The only one it doesn't. The only way you can't crossplay is with consoles. So yeah, there is that, which is cool. It's awesome. It's a big download. I think it's like 160. No, on PC. I have it on Xbox, but I want to move because Xbox is starting to get their stuff removed. So with PC, it's the only stable for it. So um, I'm staying on that. Why the hell is my fucking kick switched off? There we go. So that's why I'm playing it on PC. Because also they've added the M16 into it. So the way you have to do that is you can either buy it, which is pointless, or you can find the parts. And if you get all 5 parts, you get a bit of cash and you get a new rifle. Fun. Pretty cool. Oh, okay. Oh, I mean, I've got Discord up, so I can still see. I've just gone. Just when you just come, Steven, and somebody goes, "Yeah, I accidentally reported you." That ain't bad. To be honest, I am thinking of getting a. Obviously, because money's a bit tight. I am thinking of getting a 1070 Ti because that's the minimum you need for Starfield. So if I can get that, I think that was like 170, but I can put it on Kalana. And if I put it on Kalana, that means obviously I can get it like dirt cheap. One thing you have to be careful though is to make sure that they're not being used for like crypto mining. I think stuff doesn't work on Xbox 360. Oh, not Xbox 360, Xbox One. Plus, because September they're announcing Vampire the Masquerade 2 Bloodlines. Vampire the Masquerade 2? Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Then release more updates for September. So I want to try and get a better graphics card to run it. But it's not just like one thing, it's a couple of things. I don't think Starfield comes out on Xbox. Xbox One. Think. Yeah, it's not. It's only on the Xbox Series 1S and X. The only reason I want to play that game is because it's basically took a mechanic from Black Flag where you can like take over a ship, which I think is cool. Like they can attack you. That is true. That is true. But I think also because the way my PC is going, it is starting to fall apart. One of the reasons why I set up Xiled ones is because I want to try and make money off this thing. Because we do have, oh, it's not on here. We do have a whatchamacallit. Just gonna try and get the description from Kick. Fox is still on Vox. Not Vox. If Waypoint's still on, they've got to remind me to I should have updated this. So basically, in the description, we need to put our links down, which I haven't done. So in the description, now it should be on there. Because it's the first time I've been using YouTube. And I'm on Kick. There we go. Anyway, I'm gonna finish the stream because I said I was gonna do an hour and a half, and it's need to be an hour and a half. Yeah, we were talking about it a lot. Like I've done the working out, and it's still expensive. That's why if Ben did keep to what he said at the you know that the boxes, and he was talking about that guitar. He did buy that guitar. If I did take that guitar and sold it back to him, I probably would have made the money by now, and I could probably have done a lot more. But hey ho, you know. Now, that would be a Twitch violation. Yeah, all I've done is more talking than anything. I haven't really worked on this. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna go. So I will see you all later. I'll try and do another live stream tomorrow. I'm gonna try and make this more of a regular thing. So yeah. See you later.